What's up, y'all? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. Hope everyone's doing well. I want to give a big shout out to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you very much. All of the comments. I've been reading all of them. And I just love it, man. You guys are a trip. And also, I want to give a big shout out of congratulations to Ryan Coogler and the cast and crew of the Black Panther movie. I hear they're breaking all types of records. I heard that it is now officially the most successful comic book movie in North America for a solo comic character. So, you know, I just want to give you guys congratulations about that. One thing I can say, you know, watching that movie, the movie is not free from criticism, but one thing I can say is that you can tell that a lot of passion went behind it and a lot of deliberateness went on with this movie. Like, you can tell that watching, you know, some of the commentary that I've seen Ryan Coogler doing and things like that, you could tell that he had a very clear vision of what he wanted to do, and right up at the top of his list was creating something for the fans, something for the comic book fans, you know, something for the audience. And I think he was very deliberate in his execution of this movie. He had a great eye for detail, listening to this brother talk. And, you know, I think he did a great job conveying that through the screen. You know, and I think this is something that certain people could learn from. You know, for example, the other Ryan, Mr. Johnson, you know, who believes that what the fans want is of no concern to him. What's of concern to him is what he wants. He's just such an artiste. I am an artiste. Did anyone tell Picasso how to do his paintings? Did anyone tell Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Liberace? Excuse me, guys. I have allergies, man. I got tough allergies, yo. You can tell spring is right around the corner. And also, you know, anyway, so that's the difference between directors and direction. You know, you have the tale of the two Ryans. You know, on this side, you have Ryan Coogler, who created something that is now breaking all types of records. You know, no matter how you or I might feel about the movie, the fact is that it resonated. It resonated with a lot of people. And, you know, some people want to marginalize the movie. Oh, you know, it was just for black people, you know, and all this stuff. But, man, you don't get to have the biggest movie ever, the biggest comic book movie ever in North America based on a solo character, and not Han Solo, mind you, Disney. And you don't get to have that and it just be about black people. This movie obviously rang the bells of quite a few people across all different type of demographics. And I think that that's something that Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, I think that's something they can learn from. If you look at it, you have to at least consider what the fans want. You have to consider what the audiences want. I mean, I don't get why this is such an alien concept for Ryan Johnson and the clowns over there at Disney, you know, as far as the Star Wars property is concerned. Star Wars is so well defined. You know, the audience, the fandom, everything was handed to you. Like, what kind of jackass has it handed to him and says, I'm going to go this way, even though the saga is going this way? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It just blows my mind, you know? So, yeah, so I think that there's a lesson that could be learned there. And like I said, in the process, I give congratulations to Mr. Coogler and continued success. You know, now, I just want to also share an article that I saw earlier today that kind of made me giggle. It's kind of about the state of affairs with this solo Star Wars story project that's been going on. I saw the article on my news feed earlier, and I figured I would just share it with you guys because I've been so busy recently, by the way, with my son. You know, my son, you know, I kind of get the idea that he needs a little bit of help, you know, with just being focused in school, because I like for him to finish strong, you know what I mean? He's been getting very good grades on his tests. He got like a 96 and 98, but recently correcting his homework, I saw a little bit of lazy tendencies creeping back in. So we spent the weekend kind of reinforcing his eye for detail in his own work, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get into that. But anyway, about the article. The article I saw, it's on the Vulture or vulture.com. And the headline goes, Solo, a Star Wars story actor, shares new details about the troubled production. Ooh! And I'm just going to read a couple of excerpts from this because, I just felt like, you can never, dump on Disney Star Wars enough. You know what I mean? Anytime I get a chance, I'm going to do that shit, man. And they deserve it, by the way. It goes like this. Weeks away from its May 25th release and still sight unseen, it's fair to say that Solo, a Star Wars story, already arrives as one of the more problem-plagued big-budget movies in recent memory. In June, after completing at least 3/4 of principal photography on the standalone prequel, which traces the early pre-Mos Eisley adventures of Harrison Ford's iconic space smuggler character, Han Solo, original co-creators Phil Lord and Chris Miller were fired by Lucasfilm studio boss Kathleen Kennedy. Over creative differences. Days later, Ron Howard, 1, 2, 3, 4 happy days, was hired to finish the film. Rumors ricocheted around Hollywood that the script was unworkable and that star Alden Ehrenreich was struggling to nail his impersonation of Ford, compelling some fans to preemptively revolt. Vulture spoke to an actor who worked on Solo for 4 months under the direction of Miller and Lord last year, and beginning in October with Howard, who provided a blow-by-blow. Although not one of the film's marquee stars, this source was in a prime position to observe the director's contrasting on-set modus operandi. And according to his description, the production was divided into 2 distinct chapters, one disorganized and chaotic, the other controlled and efficient. Okay, now I'm going to go down. I'm going to scroll down to the part that kind of made me giggle. And it is the issues with Alden. Although Vulture's source never saw Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy openly quarreling with Lord and Miller, it became obvious their find it in the editing bay's shooting style didn't align with the studio's vision just a month into production. In addition to shooting dozens of takes, which slowed the pace of filming, the two failed to compel the desired performance from their leading man. In March 2017, the studio took the nearly unprecedented move of hiring an acting coach to help star Alden Ehrenreich more convincingly channel Ford's swashbuckling effect in the original 3 Star Wars movies. Trying to mimic Harrison Ford is really tough, our source says. Lucasfilm wanted something very specific, copying someone else. Alden's not a bad actor, just not good enough. Whoo! I can see it now. Here's Kathleen Kennedy. All right, Alden, try it again. And here's Alden.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No, Alden, no. One more time.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Give that line to Chewbacca. Chewbacca, you try it.
Meow.
Go with that. Having an on-set acting instructor may have assailed Ehrenreich's sense of pride, but it almost immediately made an impact on his line delivery. You could see his acting became more relaxed. He became more Harrison-like. The fuck he did, our source says. The coach helped! Bad news travels fast. With the production almost finished last summer, many of Solo's non-marquee actors were shocked to discover that Lord and Miller had been fired the way everyone else did via online reports. It was crazy, the actor recalls. They fired our bosses. Everyone was texting each other. Did you see the news? Do you think they're doing reshoots? It was messy, and it was crazy how everything got leaked to the press. Oh my God, this is something you would come to expect from a multi-billion-dollar company such as Disney. You would expect a clusterfuck like this. Film quality. So, are the reshoots quantitatively making Solo a better movie? The actor says morale on the production improved by leaps and bounds with Howard's arrival, but points out it's impossible to measure quality without seeing the final cut. He also points out that the financial underperformance, pay attention to this, boys and girls, he also points out that the financial underperformance of the last Star Wars installment, which fell $200 million short of analysis predictions, according to the Wall Street Journal, has incentivized the studio to make the Force strong with this one. They have to make Solo good after The Last Jedi didn't make as much money as expected. Dude, do you hear the desperation? I'll read it again. Feel me, man. They have to make Solo good after The Last Jedi didn't make as much money as expected, he says. If they want to keep making Star Wars movies, it has to be good. Damn it, man. Did you hear that? If they want to keep making Star Wars movies, it has to be good. It has to be good if they want to keep making Star Wars movies. And that is the last sentence of the article. Do you know what this means, brothers and sisters? Do you know what it means? It means we got their ass where we want them. This is the way to move. When the Solo movie comes out, we have to send a message loud and clear to these bumbleclots who have been disregarding the fans, who have been shitting on top of the fandom, and have no respect whatsoever. None. No respect for the franchise. This is it, man. So, I just wanted to read it for those specific reasons. Desperation is setting in. And, brothers and sisters, I hope you know what to do. When the Solo movie comes around, no disrespect to Ron Howard, no disrespect to, any of the stars of the movie, but this is something that has to be done because Disney is being tone deaf, they're being stubborn, and this is the only way to get through to them. I'm not going to see the flick, so I just wanted to read it. You make your choice up on your own. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. See you on the next one. Rock on!